Wrapping up this section called Cover the Soil. We are at our last section. It is called Our Investment in Mulching the Ground Yields Richer Soil Every Year. So there's a whole universe of life inside the soil under the forest floor. We might not give it much thought, but the soil is silently keeping us alive by acting now to protect the land as an essential ecosystem worldwide. We can ensure it continues to provide us with clean water, food, and a hospitable climate far into the future. Plowing destroys the soil food web, which sequesters carbon. Plowing releases greenhouse gases and allows birds to predate the worms and other soil creatures. In addition, plowing is expensive, uses fossil fuels, and leaves the soil compacted and lifeless. Plus, we miss all of their benefits without trees in the landscape. It's time to find better ways to grow food because healthy soil can restore health to Mother Earth and her creatures. Covering the soil in a sheet of mulch is how we simulate a natural forest floor in our gardens. It supports all forms of life, allowing them to thrive under the covering's safety. It fertilizes plants. The sheet mulch fixes nutrients in the soil, and as rain or irrigation water flows through the mulch, the rainwater becomes compost tea to fertilize the plants. The sheet mulch eventually breaks down to become fertile topsoil. It moderates the soil temperature not to be too hot or too cold. In the summertime, mulch absorbs the sun's heat and blocks it from penetrating down to the soil. The mulch functions as a thermal blanket, covering the ground in the wintertime. Mulch's many layers, nooks, air pockets, and shady places provide insulation, keeping the soil biota more comfortable year-round. That's how mulch extends your growing season a little earlier in the spring and a little later in the fall. The sheet mulch saves water by absorbing and holding water during heavy rains and reducing soil moisture evaporation. The sheet mulch works on any type of soil. Sandy, clay, or loamy soil all benefit from having the soil biota that thrives on mulch. Because the sheet mulch works so hard in all these ways, we can eliminate chemicals from the system. Over time, this method of covering our soil with mulch completely changes the soil. In our case, we have battleship gray clay soil with deep, dry cracks in summer and the kind of mud that clings to your shoes an inch thick in rainy seasons. Now the crevices are covered with mulch. The earth is becoming crumbly and rich smelling, and the mulch covers the ground so our shoes stay free of mud. Mulch can be any organic material that lays on top of the soil. For example, we used chopped up trees in food forestry because the mulch has the woody and leafy parts that trees need to grow. Organic mulch is a free and abundant resource that you apply periodically, yet it works 24/7. A natural forest will have mulch on the ground covering the soil. If you see bare soil in nature, someone or something came along and disturbed the natural covering. The most crucial task in food foresting is to cover the entire soil with organic mulch. While this can seem to be a difficult task, you can turn it into fun if you choose to have a great attitude. In a food forest, we are going for long-term sustainability, and we use every part of the tree in our gardens. Covering your soil with mulch is like stepping on a cushioned carpet or soil covered with mulch is like a cushioned carpet, and you do not get mud on your shoes. Composted wood chips have low burn characteristics. Rubber mulch is more likely to combust. Organic material will drop all over your garden anyway, so we do not have to rake that material up in food forestry and dispose of it. Instead, we work in harmony with nature and allow nature to teach us what to do. So our investment in mulching the ground yields richer soil every year.